When I joined the Culinary Institute, it was brand new, but really liked the fact that the instructors were European trained and small class sizes. The Culinary Institute continues to have small class sizes, a lot of hands-on training. And then one of the big benefits, I think, of the Culinary Institute is they have a very long externship program. So it's 4 or 5 months rather than 2 months that a lot of schools do, and that time in the industry is really critical. The Culinary Institute of Canada prepared me very well for entering the industry, gave me a great grounding in classic cuisine, exposed me to a lot of things that prepared me, and I've drawn on for all the years I've been in this business. I never imagined that I would work in some of the places I've worked in. So I think when I went to school here, I started school here when I was 18, and it was kind of a far-off dream to maybe be an executive chef someday. But I've been an executive chef for over 20 years now in 5 different hotels. So never dreamed that would be the result. I think the Culinary Institute of Canada is, I really believe it's one of the best cooking schools in the world. It's certainly the best in Canada and one of the best in North America. I think it's because of the quality of the instructors. I think it's because of the location. It's kind of, the students that tend to be smaller class sizes, and because of where they are, they're kind of more focused. There's not a lot of distractions in Charlottetown in the winter time. So it's almost like a family, the students and the instructors, and they get great hands-on training. They build relationships with the instructors where they're helping them with their careers for many years to come. So I just think it's like I say, one of the best schools in the world. I'd certainly recommend the Culinary Institute of Canada as one of the best choices for people that are interested in becoming chefs and culinary as a career. I don't think anyone needs to be concerned about transferability of credentials coming from a Canadian school into the U.S. Or really any other country. The key is the quality of the school you're going to, the education you get, and the references you get from the instructors, and then also the experience you have doing on-the-job training and those references. Any good hotel, sure, they're interested in where you went to school, but they're really interested in what kind of references do you have and what kind of experience. And I don't think it matters which side of the border or which country that school's in. Unfortunately, I don't have any Culinary Institute students with me now in New York. I'd like to hire some at some point in the future. I have hired many graduates in the past, when I was in Bermuda, when I was in working for Fairmont Hotels in the Canadian Rockies. It's actually my first choice. If I can hire students from any school, it is the Culinary Institute. I actually think the willingness to travel is critical to a successful culinary career, and I think that it's the same if you live in New York City. There's lots of opportunities in New York City, in other parts of the world, but it's really important to travel and the willingness to travel. It just gives you a different perspective. I think it's really important to do that when you're young, if you can. If you're hesitant about it, do it right out of school. And travel for a couple of years, get some experience in different locations, and then if you want to go back home, do that. But it really broadens your perspective, strengthens your resume. That's really critical in your career. Maybe not so much in the first years, but later on, that you have that perspective of working in different locations is important. I think if you're concerned about the long hours, you're in the wrong business. And I don't say that because you have to work long hours, but to be successful in this type of business, you really have to love it. And if you love what you do, you don't even think about the hours. You really don't. The most important thing anyone considering entering the culinary field should do before they go to school, before they commit to a program, even if it's a short program, they really need to get some experience working in a kitchen. It's much different than certainly what you see on TV. It's much different than cooking at home. Try and get into the best place you can. Work for free if you have to, volunteer, but spend some time working in a professional kitchen to see if you like it. And it's not so much if you like to cook or if you like the food. It's, do you like the atmosphere? Do you like the pressure? Do you enjoy that? And if you don't, that's okay. Cooking makes a great hobby, but really critical, I would say, as soon as you can, get some experience working in a real kitchen.